To me, Global Reach Out is inspiring.
It's connecting with God, reaching out to the world, and impacting life.
The stories that shared is so personal and it deeply impacted me.
Global Reach Out to me is reach out to the truth.
Connecting hearts, connecting lives. You're listening to Global Reach Out.
Episode 2. Definitions of Entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship and business may sound the same, but there is a fundamental difference. A typical businessman will quote, "We will remain committed to this market to enable long-term success in profits, but must ensure we structure strategically to drive yearly revenue growth of at least 25% by delivering good customer services with new products." Whereas an entrepreneur will quote, "We shall remain committed to this share of the market by tapping whatever potential resources available to us." Our employees are the keys to our success in this business because once they are appropriately empowered, any decision made will bring about goods for the entire company. As such, entrepreneurship focuses on the long haul, preparing to take higher risks while considering the employees' welfare. The function of entrepreneurship is delicate and complex at times. It could operate under many constraints, such as finances, manpower, individual full responsibility if not working in a team, external environment, and marketplace uncertainties. Otherwise, many will just define entrepreneurship is simply running a commercial operation to make profits. There is a difference between a businessman and an entrepreneur, and although one can be both. What distinguishes entrepreneurship is a person's attitude. Bruce Hamel, a clinical professor of management and executive director of the Entrepreneurship Lab at Pace University, once said, "Entrepreneurship is much broader than the creation of a new business venture. At its core, it is a mindset, a way of thinking and acting. It is about imagining new ways to solve problems and create value." MJ Cotillette, co-founder of consulting firm Hustle Branding and author of How to Run a Business Without Really Trying, said, "An entrepreneur is someone who can take an idea, whether it be a product and or a service, and have the skill set, will, and courage to take extreme risks to do whatever it takes to turn that concept into reality, not only bring it to market, but also make it a viable product and or a service that people want or need." Both Hamel and Collette concluded that an entrepreneur is a creator of something out of norm in an unprecedented endeavor to capture a new market. If he or she wants to be a winner, he or she must never give up. Nelson Mandela said, "A winner is a dreamer who never gives up." The creative entrepreneur instigates a new value or adds value in the usefulness of a product to meet both current and future needs. Any new creations of services or products is high risk in the event of market unacceptable and or sudden changes or political economic circumstances. What is social enterprise? There are two types of wealth, individual wealth and social wealth. A former is placed in the possession of the individuals who are either successful in their business endeavor or inherited their riches from generation inheritance. The latter is placed at the disposal of the common goods and social and civil-oriented business entities provide opportunities for people's employments. Biblically, God condemns wealth not placed at the disposal of those who need it for their livelihood. However, God will not condemn the social wealth that comes from a creative contribution to the common good made by legitimate entrepreneurial activities. Social enterprise is one where the element of charity is initiated to have community interest in mind. However, revenue-generating initiatives still prevail. Mixing business and charity may be confusing and discomforting, for goals and philosophies may differ vastly. Broadly speaking, a social enterprise is an organization that applies commercial strategies to maximize improvements in human and environmental well-being. This may include maximizing social impact alongside of making profits for shareholders. Maximum profit is never in the mind of social entrepreneurs. These entrepreneurs see the need to bring about benefits to certain societies, which need to be elevated from such disadvantages as severe poverty in the culture or people group. A person who pursues an innovative idea with the potential to solve a community problem, these individuals are willing to take on the risk and effort to create positive changes in society through their initiatives. Examples of social entrepreneurship include microfinance, institution, educational programs, providing banking services in underserved areas, and helping children orphaned by epidemic disease. The main goal of a social entrepreneur is not to earn a profit, but to implement widespread improvements in society, including employments for the community. However, a social entrepreneur must feel financially savvy to succeed in or her cause. Social enterprise can be structured as for profit or non-profit, maybe in the forms of cooperative, mutual organization, a disregarded entity, a social business, a benefit corporation, a community interest company, or a charity organization. This depends on which country the entity exists in and legal forms available. They can also take a more conventional structure. What differentiates social enterprises is that their social mission is as core to their success as any potential profits. Sometimes social enterprise may have to operate along within the limited resources. Mother Teresa said, "I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the water to create ripples." Truly, while serving wholeheartedly in the poverty-stricken city of Kolkata in northeast India, she made great influence on social enterprise works in India. Social entrepreneurship is leadership that takes responsibility to create an environment of communities transformed from poverty and untapped resources to benefit the communities at large, while not necessarily making monetary profit. Let us have a brief look at two examples of how the formation of social enterprise came about. It was always due to some situations arose that concerned the community. In June 1844, Sir George Williams of England gathered a group of 12 young businessmen to meet in his drapery shop at St. Paul's Churchyard, London. The objective of the meeting was to create an improvement in the spiritual conditions of the young men engaged in houses of business by the formation of Bible classes, family and social prayer meetings, mutual improvement societies, and any other spiritual agencies. Hence, YMCA was founded in London by Sir Williams. Over a period of 10 years, YMCA movement spanned across Western Europe, North America, Australia, New Zealand, and India. Closer to the author's home in Singapore, we have NTUC, National Trade Union Congress Fair Price was first established on the 22nd July 1973 as NTUC Welcome Supermarket in Toa Payoh to solve the daily oil and daily prices that rising to inflation. Without profit making in mind, the quick action of NTUC agency brought inflation to a much more manageable level. Then, Singapore's Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew opened the first supermarket at Block 192 Toa Payoh, Lorong 4, and it was the first of its kind. Around the same time, other unions such as Singapore Industrial Labour Organisation and Pioneer Industries Employees Union also set up cooperatives to run supermarkets. The two organizations later merged in the early 1980s to form the Singapore Employees Cooperative. The success of these two entrepreneurship is attributed to the continuous effort of the organizations to hold fast to the philosophical calling while making improvements and adjustments over time. For discussion purpose, let's look at 1. How would social enterprise maintain its sustainability if profit is not the key driver? 2. What is the key that drives social enterprise going if finance resources are limited? 3. What can be done about it? Thank you. Tune in.
The program is proudly presented by Global Reach Out. We welcome you to share our live enriching webcasts with family and friends through our website, global-reachout.org. Let's reach out to bless more lives together.